Hello YouTube, this is going to be a first look at the Livingston Lures Bee Viper 6-inch in the Clearwater Shad unboxing. I have done a small modification to this bait before the video, but I will note that in the video. Comes in a clear plastic bag. Notice right off the bat the large size of this. I mean, it is the size of my hand. Big bite, big baits get big bites. It's going to be a fish catching machine. So right off the bat, you can see clearly the detail that Livingston Lures is known for with the EBS sound technology. Your contact points are going to be here in your front. I'm going to touch on that in just a second. You open up your card. I'm going to set the bait down. One more look. And if you submerge the lure in water, touch and hold contacts point 1 and 2. After a few seconds, your lure will default to playing the EBS original. To select this sound, simply release the contact points. By continuing to hold, you will hear a brief pause followed by a second sound, the EBS crawl. By continuing to hold, brief pause by the third sound is the EBS shad. That's the sound that I would recommend on this. If you're on a real heavy pressured body of water, maybe in like California or something like that, or I might try the silent mode. But you know, with the advances of like Hydro Wave and Livingston Lures EBS technology, I don't see why you would not want to use it. There's plenty of other swim baits on the market that if you don't want the technology, that's what I would use. Now, to open up the bait, there is a single pin. You can pull it out with a pair of pliers. I found it easier to use something like a little Allen wrench. Just makes it a little easier. The hooks are pretty big. I'd rather not get them in my hand. One modification that I was told you that I did go ahead and do is, I will show you in just a second. So I will take the bait, hook the little Allen wrench in, and pull the pin. Makes it really simple with that hook. Now there are 3 balls. They come in the package that are white. You will be able to buy extra weighted balls for the bait. However, I took and painted them with some red vinyl paint. I just felt like on the Clearwater Shad, it's kind of made it seem maybe like a bleeding bait fish, or maybe the intestines of the bait. I just thought it gave it a little bit different look. They say that if you run the bait with 0 balls, it's a topwater. 1 ball, it's a 0 to 3 inch. 2 balls, 1 foot, and 3 balls is a slow sink, and 4 you would have to buy optional. That's going to be available very soon. Also, the tails are going to be available very soon to purchase on LivingstonLures.com. These baits, which I'm going to put it back together in just a second for you, are 6 inches. They are 2.37 ounces. They have the Smart Chick. They have Chip VMC hooks. The Viper comes in a 6-inch and 8-inch model. The action of the shad body perfectly replicates a real fish, a gizzard shad predominantly. The cool thing about these baits, unlike most swim baits, your barrel swivel. Your fish cannot throw this. That is major technology in this lure. Simply remove the pin, and when you're ready to add the weight, you just drop 1, 2, 3 in, line it back up, take your pin, and there's a little groove, and you just slide it right back in. Now you want to make sure, I've noticed that this has a little curved area. Take it and just push it down just where it seats, and then your lure will work flawlessly. Byron Velvick had a seminar tonight, and he recommended that if you want to throw this bait, you need to have at least a 8-foot rod, preferably heavy action. I would recommend mono fishing line, and I would say I'm going to throw it probably on a 20 to 25 pound test on an 8-foot heavy action Akuma rod. It's my preferred choice. Now I know Byron has his Ducket fishing rod. I'm going to also use the Akuma swim bait reel that they have out. You can find those at Tackle Warehouse. I wouldn't use braid. Braid tends to, with larger baits, hooks, since they can move up so much like that, you'll catch your braid, you might snag, tangle up. It's going to be a nasty mess. Nobody wants that on the water. Fluorocarbon can be used. I would use probably 25 minimum pound test on fluorocarbon to 20, depending on the situation, the structure you're at. But use the fluoro in deeper water. Just remember that fluorocarbon will shatter, unlike mono. Mono's going to be a lot more abrasive, and I think that just a little bit of stretch is going to play a big factor in this. Stay tuned for more updates and on the water videos of this lure in action. Thank you.